What do you think they are?
No, I ain't. They're real.
Oh, usually
I didn't want to ask that in front of Rose.
No,
I felt like it's such
because
What would be your recommendation for those at kind of the manager, director, VP level in the service industry? How often should they be getting out into the stores or seeing the customers?
all the time.
All the time.
All the time. But you have to push them out. And first you have to lead. So for me, it's easy for me to use my example, locations. Get out there, get out in the field and meet and greet. In fact, and one of the things we did, we used our franchisees to help us grow the business. If you want to be a franchisee tomorrow, you go through a process, okay? The final process, you'll go into another franchisee's location Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and work. And then on Monday, I call that franchisee, the existing franchisee, and say, should they be in our organization? That's the biggest thing you do at the end of the day. Those that have money, to get in the game, if you will, they're going to say, wow, yeah, okay, do I want that person running a franchise that could affect me? Because we all affect each other. So you have one bad experience at one restaurant or department store, whatever, it affects all the other ones. So that was always our final test too on in growing the business. So when you think about when the employees have issues going on, think about the mustard story. It is so simple, and I missed it for a lot of years until someone brought it to my attention and I started listening. Yes.
I'm listening to that story and I'm wondering what happened before that. Like, why did it have to get to you? Somebody else in the chain obviously wasn't listening. And so how do you build that in there that, it's if the CEO feels the pain, then it gets action. But what felt before that?
You know what? It took me a while to realize I wasn't a good listener. It took me a long time. I thought I was a good listener. I thought I was a good communicator. And when that whole thing changed for me is when the mad cow situation hit in Canada. Remember I said earlier about losing sleep at night? What's the one thing? The one bad burger. Okay? When that mad cow situation happened in Canada, our world almost changed. My world, I should say. And McDonald's and anybody that sold beef. Loblaws, Metro, whoever it is. And 2 or 3 things I learned. One was how to communicate. If you remember that situation, the government was on CBC every day at 1 o'clock telling us citizens what was going on with Mad Cow and what the situation was. Every day. My PR people said, Bill, at 2 o'clock, you're going to send a voicemail to every location in Canada. All the employees, all the franchisees, and all our suppliers at 2 o'clock saying what we are doing and how we're reacting to this. I said, you're kidding me. They said, yes, you have to do this. It's very important. Fine. I did that for about 2.5 weeks. Then the Mad Cow situation went away. Everything was fine. But the PR people said to me, you can't stop talking now. I said, yeah, I talk to them every day for 2.5 weeks. Now what do I do? They said, you're going to start sending a voicemail every Friday afternoon from now on, 52 weeks of the year. Doesn't matter where you are, on holidays, traveling, every Friday afternoon, and talk about what's going on with the business today. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Don't drag it out, because then they won't be listening to you any longer. So I started doing voicemails, and they're still doing it today, every Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, about something that was going on within our organization. Could be good news, could be bad news, it did not matter. The employees started expecting it. I'd be in the hallway at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and they said, we didn't get your voicemail yet. I said, well, go check it. They were starting to expect this voicemail going out every Friday afternoon. In fact, Bell Canada had to change their system because a couple of our locations in Newfoundland we couldn't reach when we were trying to do this. So they said, give us a couple of weeks. We have to change our system a bit to make sure you can blast it out to 80,000 people. That's what we're talking about. 80,000 employees, franchisees, and suppliers. So we did that. Second, whenever a customer complaint came in, that was addressed to me or to the chairman, whatever the title was, that somebody didn't have my name on it, I called those customers. And they couldn't believe it. And a lot of our customers, excuse me, both are working. So I had to call them in the evening and on the weekend. And I did that the last 2 years I was CEO. The first thing that happened, they apologized for sending the letter. Second, give me your phone number and I'll call you back. We can't believe it's you. Just like that rain. Don't now. And so they would call me back to make sure it was me that was calling them. The other thing I did was on our internal website, we opened up a little thing called Straight to Bill. Any employee, any franchisee, any supplier could send me a note or a comment about our business. I didn't have to respond to them all. It just gave them an open line to me for communicating. Now, this is in the last 2 or 3 years before I retired. So you can imagine, I thought I was a communicator and listening. Up until then, I was not. So I like sharing it now. If you think you're a communicator, really think about it. Are you a talker or are you listening? So again, put your hand up anytime and just yell out any question that you want.